back to Execution Delusion. Today is day 2 of the Wilmington High School murders.
Yes.
You heard me right. Murders. There was a new body discovered.
A new body, yes. So, new teacher this time. New teacher, still science teacher, so something there. Miss Antos.
Angela Antos.
Angela Antos was murdered. She was murdered in the parking lot.
She was actually strangled to death this time.
To death in
Once
the
again,
parking lot.
another very personal way to kill someone.
Yeah, very personal, a lot of anger. This is crazy. I was not expecting another murder. I'd imagine the killer would lay low, let alone kill someone the day after, or like what? Not the day after. Like what is it?
2 days after.
Like 2 days after, 3 days.
3. Oh, never mind. I can't.
3 days. 3 days after. I don't know. So, once again, no cameras. All cameras are off again. No witnesses. But it seems to me that they're both science teachers. The science department.
It's being
It
attacked.
seems like it's being targeted for some reason.
Either another science teacher is throwing a fit, or another department is just attacking them.
Like I know. What are the other science teachers? We have a list here.
There is
Mr. Bushnell.
Yes,
teaches
and Mr.
Earth
Ivanhoff.
Ivanhoff. Or Ivanhoff?
Ivanhoff. Ivanhoff.
Okay. Yeah.
We're not good with names either.
It's a weird
But
name.
yet, we run a podcast.
Yeah. Another thing. So, the news, they're doing coverage on this. They're showing interviews and everything. They're interviewing different people, and one of the people they happened to interview was Miss Antos, the day before she was murdered. And
She was looking very suspicious.
If you look back on that video, you can tell she was really nervous.
She was sweating.
She was sweating. She was fidgeting. She was all the signs of being so nervous, and she had to know something that we don't. She had to be keeping something from everyone. I don't know if she was involved with anything, or if she just knew if she said anything she would get murdered. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe she was, I don't know. I don't know.
About to come clean and then cut off. Which means if she knew something or she was a part of it, say she was a part of it, that means there have to be multiple killers.
Yeah, that would make sense with someone doing the actual act and maybe someone else covering the cameras, or because all these happen in a very short time frame. It's very efficient murders. There's not a lot of struggling within the surrounding areas and everything like that. And no witnesses.
Very efficient.
Yeah,
staff members.
So no witnesses. So there's not enough time for people to notice. Not enough time for the victims to actually call out for help.
There had to be people in multiple places at once.
Yeah, I personally don't think this was committed by one person.
Kind of like a Scream murder,
Yeah.
Where they could never suspect the two killers because one of them was always at one place at one time.
That was an amazing movie.
To try and keep each other unsuspicious.
Give alibis for each other, basically. Yeah. Which, are the police even, what are they doing with this? Are they making any progress?
They're just investigating the crime scene, doing a little bit of, they're not even really conducting interviews. It's the news that's conducting interviews.
I guess they probably wouldn't discuss if they were.
Eventually they'd have to give a report, but they are completely silent right now.
They are not talking at all. We tried to get a hold of anyone that could tell us what the police are doing, but we can't. No one wants to say anything. It's really weird. It's just
personally, as such a small town, I don't think they're very equipped or qualified to investigate a double murder. Maybe a missing cat.
Yeah, not a lot of stuff goes on in Wilmington, Illinois.
Have you even heard of that place before? I never have until.
I'm pretty sure surrounding towns don't even know about Wilmington, Illinois. It's so, like, okay, granted, it's not the smallest school out there, but it's
very
small.
Insignificant.
Yeah, they won state for football once, and I think that's like all, like, they're very
Yet
football
people
centric.
still don't even know because that was how long ago? 2016.
I think so, or 15 or something like that. I'm not sure. I just heard about it.
Yeah.
But not a lot of new evidence, no fingerprints, so must be covering the tracks. No new strands of hair, so no matching like blonde hair that we found or
So
they
it
found.
honestly could have just been a student's hair left behind.
Yeah, might be the perfect red herring. I don't know. This is a very messy crime, yet executed very well. But we are only on day 2. So, with time, we could uncover the killer. Or killers.
Hopefully this can be solved by the end of the week.
Yeah.
So far, we are doing more than the actual police force. But you know what?
And I
That's
also
okay.
thank you for all the listeners giving feedback on who they think.
Yeah.
It is,
Feedback,
and-
like, we've had some people call in with tips, which was kind of interesting. You know, people calling in, they're like, I suspect this person, or
Yeah.
I'm from Wilmington.
Which we
and
fully recommend you. Please
if you're
tell
from
us.
Wilmington or a surrounding town and you know any information, please call in and give us some clues. They're really, really appreciated.
Or even like if it's not public sensitive, even just comment down below on this video. There's a comment section. There's a comic section. I can't speak right now. Comment section. Please put down what you think is happening. Please, we want to hear your output. Maybe it can shed light on a new outcome, new point of view. And we don't know the town. You guys know the town, because I'm assuming a lot of you are listening to this because again, it's a small town. Something happens, you have coverage over it. You want to listen to
Your
it.
own
because
police force isn't talking to you, so you gotta find a good source.
Yeah.
And we are that good source.
We're the best source. Remember, Execution Delusion, best podcast there is. Hands down, changed my mind.
That could people can very easily change your mind, but you know what? That's
It's
okay.
fine. It's fine.
We're the ones with the contract. You aren't.
What contract?
We should talk about that after the podcast.
Okay. All right. So that should conclude our session today. There's not a lot of information. There's big information, but there's not a lot of information that comes with the big information, sadly. We were hoping for new evidence, but we just are left with more questions than answers. But hopefully,
Seems like a trend.
maybe tomorrow,
Dear God,
high hopes. Hopefully there's no more bodies. That would be bad.
Yeah. I
don't
feel like this school cannot afford to lose 2 science teachers.
It's gonna.
2 out of 4? Half of them's
2.
gone.
Yeah, is there only 4? Yeah, there's only 4, right?
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't know. But, well, there it is. Again, please give us your feedback. Tell us what you think is going on. Because I'm still baffled. I'm still stumped. And, yeah.
And thank you for listening to Execution Delusion.
Yeah.
Later, losers.